Hey team, this is Walt, owner of WC Fitness, and today I want to speak to you about a particular topic that a lot of clients has been asking me to speak about. It is a sensitive matter, but I feel as though it's only right that being a nutritionist, that I would like to explain certain things and also debunk a lot of myths to individuals that want to achieve the ultimate fitness, or they would like to get better and change their physique overall. So the topic I'm going to speak to you about is, does being a vegan or vegetarian necessarily make you lose weight? And to answer that, and I know that it's hard, no, it doesn't. Because even though you may veer off to a certain eating style or plan, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to lose weight. And the reason why I say that, because if you're omitting certain nutrients out of your diet, you may put yourself in a deficit in certain areas. And to get in detail of that, just want to skim the surface. When you're thinking about food, period, you have macronutrients and you have micronutrients. Macro definition is what the body needs in great abundance. Micro is what the body needs in smaller dosage. So when we're looking at that and understanding those two different types of headlines, we need to understand not only what the body needs in great abundance, what the body needs for certain purposes. And if we understand that, we know that if we're omitting certain things, it's either going to do our body some harm, or it may hurt, or it may help us either short term or long term. So when we're looking at the vegan or vegetarian style of eating, preferably they are omitting meat from their diet. Now, granted, there's nothing wrong with doing that, but omitting meat or omitting that particular macronutrients, you are omitting what's called the B6 and B12 complex. Now, with that being said, the B6 B12 complex is responsible for your energy. Not only that, it's responsible for, in conjunction, muscle maintenance, and also the muscle spindles within the interior of the body. Now, when we look at far as protein and the contributor of protein and how does it help the body overall, because protein, or BCAA, which you've probably heard of those acronym, branch chain amino acids, is a derivative of protein. Now, granted, being a vegan or vegetarian, you're omitting that unless you're getting it from other plant or other sources. Now, when we talk about getting that particular B6 and B12 or that protein amount that you're emitting from the meats, you need to get it from somewhere else. You have to. If you are deficient in that area, you are putting your body in some harm or deficiency in that area, that you have to get it from another source. Now, getting that particular micronutrients and macronutrients that you're omitting from the diet, where do you get it from? You have some people that may say, well, I want to get it from beans, or I may get it from peanut butter. Now, understand this. When we talk about peanut or peanut butter or anything of the nut family, that's primarily a good source of fat. So, for example, when you're done with the video, I really want you to turn over a can of peanut butter. And I really want you to look at the macronutrients and how it's comprised. The average peanut butter is probably between 14 to 18 grams of fat versus 3 to 5 grams of protein versus 7 grams of carbs. You may get around that ratio. So when you look at that, no, protein or peanut butter is not a good source of protein. Now, when we talk about getting protein, from another source, when we think about food in totality, in the total sum of it, either a food is going to be high in protein, high in fat, high in carbs, and high in sugar. So if you're going to omit that particular aspect of the overall food wise, you got to get it from somewhere else. When we talk about beans, like I said previously, beans is a good source of carbohydrates. You get a chance, turn it over. Granted, yes, you are getting some source of protein, but you may get more carbohydrates than protein from that particular food option. Now, can it be done? Be mindful of the amount of beans that you're getting versus how much protein that you would like to ingest when you're choosing that particular option. Now, when you have someone that wants to resource to veggies, yes, veggies are carbohydrates, but they're also beneficial to the micronutrients. For example, kale and spinach, high in vitamin K, high in zinc. Now, when we look at those particular sources, they are micronutrients. So, when you're trying to substitute being a vegan or vegetarian or substitute any type of way of eating. Now, granted, as I'm speaking to you about food, it really doesn't matter how you go about it. You just want to make sure that you have a balance in any of those sources: carbs, protein, fats. Now, when you are meeting certain people that are vegan or vegetarian and they're doing it for the fat reasons and don't understand that if they are going to go down that path, that they're missing some other areas of nutrients as a whole, you may be doing your body some harm. Now, I'm always a firm believer, if you're going to choose any type of food option, no matter is low carb diet, keto diet, vegetarian diet, vegan diet, Mediterranean diet, etc., educate yourself on the pluses and the minuses of choosing that particular path. Why? Because it is. Because, for example, if you go low carb diet, yes, you may put yourself in a deficit to lose some weight, but ask yourself, are you sacrificing muscle to lose, or are you sacrificing overall fat? Now, going low carb diet or choosing a low carb diet, you are putting yourself more at a risk because your brain utilizes carbohydrates for energy. Now you're putting yourself in a predicament to increase the percentage of having a headache or a migraine. Wow. People don't look at it when they're choosing certain options. Granted. Why? Because when I'm speaking to individuals about choosing certain food ways or pathways or way of eating, I'm going to speak to you about the overall spectrum, the pluses, the minuses, and why are you making that particular choice, right? So I wanted to speak to you briefly. I didn't want to speak about one particular diet because it's either my way. I wanted you to understand the complexity of trying to eat appropriately, also trying to eat for your body type, and also trying to eat for health purposes. I hope this video helped you out. I hope that it gave you a different insight on a way to eat, why you should eat, and understanding the importance of macronutrients as a whole, and also understanding that if you don't get the proper macronutrients, you may be missing the importance of the micronutrients the body needs, also in smaller dosage. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful day. Any questions or concerns, give me a call at 215-438-3488 or email WC Fitness at info@wcfitness.net. Have a wonderful day, and I hope this video helped you out.